Hello everybody. Here I am sitting in the RV. It's quite a mess in here because we are getting ready to do another shed, and it was super cold last night, so we brought all the pieces of the shed inside. Anyway, that's beside the point. I wanted to tell you what just happened. Surveyors appeared outside the property and they're surveying, and Lee walked over to find out what they were doing, and he said that there was an error in the survey and something is wrong with the property next door. You remember the property that we thought was ours, and then we were told it was not ours, and that our property was down the way? Well, that's the property they're talking about. And so I do hope that they're not going to tell us that our survey is wrong, and that the property we cleared, all those trees we dropped, that wasn't our property. I don't know what to do if that's the case, but they said there's an error, that little strip's not supposed to be a little strip, it's supposed to be wider. And so that means that we cleared more trees. What should we do about that? I mean, like, if we get a letter in the mail that says that we don't own the property, but we signed deeds and the survey was done and the survey's on file, and so I don't know that they can just legally take it back after we legally paid for it and surveyed it. But it seems to me that we've invested a lot of time, energy, and money in getting the property that we were told ours. We're just gonna have to wait to see what happens, but you know, everything just seems to be so wrong. So it would not surprise me one bit if it was not our property. But tell me in the comment section what we should do about that. Should we, if we get the letter, should we do like a countersuit or something to be able to reimburse the money and energy and the time we put in to clearing that part of the land? Because I mean, if you hired someone to clear all those trees that we cleared, it would really, you know, cost a pretty penny. So I don't know. And thank goodness we didn't put the fence up yet, but we did buy the fence enough for when we measured it out for what it says on the survey. So I mean, we're owed an acre of land, so whatever that acre of land looks like, we're owed it, so they will have to fix that. But anyhow, just another dilemma in our process of homesteading this land, but just a little bump in the road, no big deal. And I'm sure the Lord will watch over us, and and he'll be with us to keep our spirits up, because sometimes we can get a little discouraged with some of the things. Oh, talking about some of the things, I mentioned to you that we had rats, and didn't I? I think I mentioned it. Well, we have rats, and they have done a job inside the RV. They have taken trash out of the trash can, and we found things that came out of this cabinet clear over in that cabinet, and in the drawers we found some spoons and stuff that were in this spoon drawer, and we found them somewhere else. There was a paper towel dowel for the paper towel holder that's half eaten. We found that up in the pantry 4 shelves up. It was a mess. There was just stuff everywhere that didn't belong anywhere. They stole these comb out of the bathroom, and we found that underneath the kitchen drawers when we pulled them out. They ate a hole in our toothpaste. They ate a hole in most all of the box and paper things, plastic. Plastic container. They ate a big gigantic hole out of the plastic container. They ate the nose off of our little bear honey. Baxter, you're disturbing. Just a minute. Anyway, it was a mess. We were telling the neighbors about it the other day, and they told us we have a pack rat. Now, I knew we used to call people who hoarded things pack rats, but I didn't realize that pack rats were real, and that they actually do pack a pretty punch. Let me help the dog. He wanted food and water. I have it blocked with that stuff I told you about with the shed. Anyway, pack rats are real, and they get pretty big, and according to the internet, pack rats can get through a quarter-size hole. Anyway, we bought all the supplies to patch up everything. We have to patch up the ducting because they chewed massive hole in the ducting. So in order to heat the cabin, we have to open all the drawers so the air will come out from behind the cabinets into the room. And it's going to be 5 degrees at nighttime on Thursday night. And then on Friday night, it's going to be a little higher at 14 degrees, but 5 degrees. The neighbor down the way said that it never gets this cold, and that there's a huge storm coming out of Canada, and it's going to swipe through, and it's going to kind of curve, and then it's going to go sideways, and it's going to hit us. It's going all the way to Tennessee, and they're preparing for a blizzard up in New York. So she said that they don't get that. And you know all that rain that keeps falling? She said that's unusual too. We're getting massive amount of rain falling all at one time. She said that doesn't usually happen. Well, goodness sakes, what did we bring to Texas with us? I don't know, but I think it's a trial. If we can survive this winter, then the Lord will say, okay, you can stay. Or maybe, just maybe, the Lord's chasing us out of Texas and going to send us somewhere better, like Florida. Sure would be nice if we went to Florida and stayed warm year-round. But then we would be running from hurricanes. Did I tell you that we had our first tornado warning? We got notified by our phones. Lee was in the shower. I was sound asleep. And Erica and the kids were at, work and school. And it goes off and it said, get to shelter now. So I get out of bed and I knock on the door and I say, Lee, you got to get out of the shower. They said, tornado warning, get out now. Get to shelter. So we gathered up Baxter and the other 2 dogs, and we went to the closet downstairs. It's a centralized closet. That's the safety zone for tornadoes. And so we went and sat in the closet. We sat in the closet as the tornado never touched down in McKinney. I think somebody called it swirling skies. And so it did hit in a place called Grapevine, which was west of McKinney, and it hit the Costco or Sam's Club there. But we just had swirling skies, and so we stayed in the closet until the all clear came, and that was kind of a little exciting morning. Anyway, I didn't know they had tornadoes in the wintertime. I knew they had them in the spring and sometimes in the fall as the season changes from warm to cool, but I didn't know about December. Anyway, so we are going to have to build some type of a tornado shelter out here on this property because we're staying in an RV, for goodness sakes, and that's probably not the wisest thing to stay in during a tornado. So we're going to have to work on that as well. Anyway, that's the update for today. A lot of exciting stuff and concerning stuff, but I'm sure everything will be just fine. God bless y'all. Thanks for watching.